So, you're thinking about making a move to mid-Michigan. Well, maybe you should consider Mason, Michigan, which is towards the southern part of the greater Lansing area and towards the northern part of Jackson area, right smack dab in the center. I'm gonna take you around in this charming downtown, lots of shops. I'm also gonna take you around to some historical homes. So if you're into homes with character, you definitely wanna stick around for that. And also be sure to stick around until the very end, because I'm gonna take you into a neighborhood that has some newer home builds, but has some interesting little caveats to it. So let's get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey folks, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialists. I'm a top producing real estate agent in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you watching this channel, people who are looking to potentially make a move to the mid-Michigan area. And if that's you and you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from now, I'd love to hear from you. So if you could, look at all my contact information in the description below. Feel free to call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to speak with you and just hear about your real estate goals. Also, if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, or ring the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to be notified when a brand new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live. And we have brand new episodes going live once or twice a week, so you're definitely not gonna wanna miss it. Man, how timely is this? I'm standing in front of the Ingham County Courthouse. I think it's the top of the hour here, but this is a beautiful structure, like one of the most beautiful structures I feel in the greater Lansing area. I mean, I've shown you the Capitol building before. That was one of my very first videos. But I'm right in front of the Ingham County Courthouse located in Mason, Michigan. Mason, Michigan is a city of about 10,000 people. It's about 20 to 25 minutes away from Lansing, depending on where you're looking to work. But it is a very charming historical area. Well, why is it historical? The reason why it's historical is because this was actually supposed to be, or was in the running to be, the first capital of Michigan when it first got started. I bet you didn't know that. A lot of people thought, hey, Detroit was in the running, but that was too far east. And, we talked about Lansing, so we're like, okay, well, maybe they decided on Lansing, right? Well, Mason being 20 to 25 minutes south was actually in the running. And so somebody purchased 20 acres of forest, cleared out the whole area, and decided, like, this is where the capital is going to be. All to find out, it was not. It actually, Lansing Township, which is where, the Lansing capital is right now, ended up beating Mason out. But the courthouse right behind me is where everybody goes when they need to get, a deed, or they need to find out some specific court documents that they might need. So it is a little bit of a trek here. I mean, if you're coming from Lansing and you're in Ingham County is a pretty large county. It's the largest county in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. You're gonna take a 20 to 25 minute drive. But the thing that's kind of cool about this is that because this was in the running for the capital, there's just a lot of historical buildings. You have a downtown that's around here, and it's basically like a little bit of like I would say like a 3/4 square. Like if you look behind me here, you can kind of see from the courthouse, this is where it starts, and it just kind of goes all the way around. And in this downtown, the thing that's kind of cool about the downtown that I really like is it has different types of shops. So it has a bookshop with a coffee shop in it. It has an ice cream store. It has a bakery. It just has all the things you would want in downtown, plus some banks as well. And then the thing that Mason is actually, what it's known for is antiques. So if you're an antique lover, Mason's the place to go. They have an amazing antique place over at the corner that just has, just tons of stuff that if you're the collector, that you could find. One of my clients owns a lot of the antique places here in Mason. There's another antique district just right down the road as well, that it's just a strip of stores that has lots of antiques. So another reason why it's a very historical area as well. So I am actually going to go closer to that antique area. I got a landscaper here who's competing with me right now, but I'm gonna meet you over at that antique store area. But I'm sure you're seeing some nice footage of the downtown and what it looks like. It is a really, really charming downtown area. So let me meet you over at the antique area. Hey folks, so As I told you, I'm still walking in the downtown. I'm over in the antique area. It's known as the Maple Street Mall. That's the main place that is here. They also have a place called Kearns. It's more of a general store, but the Maple Street Mall, the thing that's really cool about it is that there's lots of different vendors within it. So that's why they call it a mall, because there are some people that just have collectibles all throughout. You walk through the store, it's almost like an indoor garage sale, that they have different people that brought their different things and they have them kind of sectioned off. And that's just something that's very typical for the area. You have maybe some people that will go to the collector's store and they'll get it appraised, and that store owner will give them money for it. But then there's some people that just have their own little stand. So the Maple Street Mall is the most well-known area that is over here. But the thing that's kind of cool is you walk there and then maybe you could stop right here at the Courthouse pub and you could have a bite to eat and, you know, just kind of make a day of this. Again, like this downtown is awesome in the fact of you have a lot of options. You could spend a lot of time out at that mall. And then when I continue to walk further north, you will see right behind me here, as I'm approaching, here's another vintage store. I mean, you're seeing, like right here, this is another vintage shop that's over here. And then you go a little bit further north around the corner, and then there are more antique stores that are further down. So you just keep following the walk and you have lots of options. So again, wanted to kind of take you a little bit on a larger tour of the downtown, so you can kind of see, yes, they have some cool shops that you might find in the downtown, but they really are known for the antiques. And again, I don't know if you're into collectible items or not, but it's, you know, whether you live here or you don't, it's just a great destination to be able to go to if you're really into collectibles and just trying to find that trinket that maybe you've been looking for a while. So next, I'm going to take you to some old historical homes, because some of these have some historical context to them. So East Lansing is a place that has Glencairn, if you see my East Lansing video, but here in Mason, they definitely have some beautiful 1800s historic homes. So let's head down there. All right, folks, so I am here, what I would honestly consider more of a historical area of Mason. This is where the historical museum is, the Mason Historical Museum. It has limited hours. Basically, I think it's open for a couple hours on a Saturday, and then if you want like a group tour to be able to go through, like you just had to be able to call the number. So I'm sure there's field trips that go here. And like I told you earlier, Mason has a bunch of history. They've had some very influential people in the area in Ingham County. So you'll find out like, hey, why are some of the cities named Ingham or Mason? Also, there were a lot of job trades that brought a lot of vibrancy to the Mason area. And so you kind of find out the history about that and why Mason, even though it's a city of about 10,000 people, still has a lot of history involved in the greater Lansing area. So as I'm walking through these streets, one thing I want you to take notice is the trees. They are huge, right? So that can be great as far as shade, but I always say this, older homes can have older problems sometimes. So I have sold some homes on the street. People then end up doing what's known as a sewer scope, and the sewer scope underneath can show like if there's roots that are within there or if there's a collapsed line. And that has happened sometimes in this area. So you definitely want to have a trusted agent who is a real estate agent who's going to help you navigate some of that. So again, all my contact information is below if you want to reach out and talk to me. But there's some amazing homes with charming character that are down the street. The one that I kind of want to feature is this huge one that I'm about to approach, and I'm gonna try to cross the street here. It's a little bit dangerous to be able to do that, I guess. But the one I kind of want to, the one I want to show you, it used to be a funeral home, and then they kept a lot of the interior things. There are some collectibles that are within it. It's been sold a couple times since I put it on the market, but if you can look behind me here, look at that. So that home, when I had that listed I had it on a Facebook page that was for the love of old homes, and I can't tell you how many hits I got off of this home. And if you are somebody who's really into maybe not all like the newest design, you're into seeing things that are historical in their original form, this definitely would be a house for you. Now the owner prior, I think they replaced the carpet that was within there, and now it's hardwoods, which is great upgrade to be able to have. But when I sold it, there was like older olive carpet within it. But this is within walking distance to the downtown. Like downtown, literally a few minutes and you can walk right there. The high school, not that far the other direction. I mean, it is a great location, but I'm sure for some of you, you are watching this and you're going, I don't want an older home. I don't care about the character. I want newer. So I'm gonna head down to a very popular neighborhood that has some affordable housing as well. So I'm gonna meet you over there. It's in Columbia Lakes. It's towards the outskirts of Mason. We're not gonna be in the downtown area. So let me drive there and meet you there. Okay, I am here at our last stop, and it is Columbia Lakes, in about 10 minutes away from the downtown Mason, Michigan area. It's a beautiful day to be walking through here. A lot of homes that were built in this neighborhood, some of them were built like when it was right before the economic downturn in 2008. So you have some that are built 2005, 2006. This was an up and coming neighborhood around that time. And then during the downturn, they started building lots of homes because they were incredibly cheap for people to be able to buy. And so you have a lot of homes that were built, 2011, 2012, 2013. And I believe they're done building in this neighborhood. But the Columbia Lakes neighborhood, it's awesome for a couple reasons. A, you do have a common area for everybody to be able to share in. That common area has a playground, which I'm gonna approach, and it has a very large, beautiful lake. Now I have been going through lots of the neighborhoods. If you've watched some of my vlog tours, like in DeWitt, there's Lakeside Preserve. There's some neighborhoods like Spring Lakes and Okemos has some lakes. But I tell you, like the lake that they have here seems like it's one of the largest I've seen. And it looks like it could be an all sports lake, which means that you can have, jet skis, and you could have pontoons, like you could have motor boats on the lake, but really like you are not able to in this neighborhood. So it's going to be paddle boats, but it's an incredibly large lake. And I'm, kind of walking now into the common area where there's a playground that they built, and I think that is super awesome to have. So you get all these great amenities, and you're probably wondering, okay, so what's the cost to live here? So right now, on average, if you get something with smaller square footage, maybe like around $300,000. If you're looking for something with about 2,400, 2,500 square feet, you're looking at mid to high 300s right now. So if you're on the lake, that's also going to be a premium. So right behind me, you can see this slide here from the playground. Super cool common area. It's decent sized playground, as you can see. And there are some, amenities to this area, like you have this common area. And then over here, right behind me, you get this beauty over here, this lake, right? I mean, this is huge. And I'm only at a part of it. Like, if I go this way, you can kind of see it wraps around even more, which is awesome. So to be able to live here, you're gonna have to pay up a little bit. Your association fees are gonna be around $185 a month right now. That does cover, now if you watched the beginning of the video, I said that there's a neighborhood that has some interesting features, right? One of the things that this neighborhood has is they have a shared well and they have a shared septic. Huh. I don't know if that's why the lake is so large. I mean, I think that would be kind of disgusting if it was. But so your water bill, your sewer bill, all paid for. That's why part of it is so high. But you also gotta treat this beauty. I mean, that's not gonna be cheap. You gotta take care of the common areas like the playground. That ain't cheap to do as well. And it's a rather large neighborhood. I mean, there's at least 100, 150 homes within this neighborhood, okay? So some of the homes that were built in 2005, they're starting to have older roofs. Some of the roofs are gonna have to be replaced, maybe furnaces. So you're getting to that as well. But a great option for people who are maybe looking for a newer build, a newer home build, but they don't wanna have to pay 200 a square foot for a newer home build, or even 300 a square foot for like a ranch home build. So again, an awesome, amazing option. It's just a little further out of town. You feel a little bit more isolated. The thing about Mason too that I want to talk about, because you saw the downtown, it's not just the downtown in Mason. You do have a stretch where it does have a McDonald's, and it has a bowling alley, City Limits bowling alley, that's very popular. It also has pretty much every fast food place that you can think of. It has a Big Boy restaurant as well. So it's not like there's nothing. It's just there's not a, like, you're not going to get the big chain restaurants here. You'll get a Meijer, which Meijer is like the Walmart around here. They're everywhere. But for a city of about 10,000 people in the Mason City proper area, like that's about where you're going to get. But again, it's a great option for you if you're wanting to commute 20 to 25 minutes to Jackson, or you're wanting to commute 20 to 25 minutes to Lansing. So again, I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. That was very informative for you. If you are interested in the Mason area or any of the suburbs in the greater Lansing area, feel free to contact me at the information below. It's in the description. Call me, text me, email me, schedule a Zoom. Man, I'm close to the lake and I'm starting to get like little insects here. I don't know if you can see them. So I gotta start heading out here. Also, please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications so you can be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live. I have tons of videos in the library for almost every single suburb that you can think of. I have the pros, the cons. I have vlog tours of different areas. You're not gonna wanna miss that. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe. That would make my day. Until next time, folks, make it a great day and take care.